been. Y'all be playing it safe and I be going for the win. Remember back when they was doubting on the kid. Now they tuned in cause my game too legit.
There's a lot of you don't know about the fantasy headliners. Nation. Headliner Nation. Fantasy headliners for the nation. I'm a headliner. I'm a headliner.
Yeah. Analytics off the chain, other channels not the same. Jake and Kyle, you know the name. Headliner Nation, we running the game. Y'all stuck on third down. Your content's plain Jane. Headliners on top now. We gonna move and change. Podcast off the rip. Draft guide, so legit. Fantasy world, our game tight. You know we about that chub life. Stuck in a rut and you need some motivation. Head to the channel for this Headliner Nation.
I'm a headliner.
Yo, what up, nation? Sunday morning, and we are live earlier than normal. But there's a reason for that. We've got football, and I've got baseball in a little bit that I've got to be too. Yes. Yes. What's going on, Jesse? Appreciate the hot dog emoji. You know, that's making me feel real good right now. You sat Marv, or you sat Stevenson for Marv. No. I wouldn't say that you're cooked right now. Oh, Ramondre just had a big game, though, so maybe. Maybe. Yes. Yes. With also a peach emoji. We all know what that means. I've got the game on. I'm going to be watching it along with you guys. Hope you don't mind. We're going to talk a little bit. You can hear the... they won't put me in YouTube jail for just being able to hear it. But I'll turn it down a little bit because I don't want your viewing experience to be... become an issue. My face is so hairy right now. It's crazy. Phantom, I would love to do more things like this where we watch the game. We watch the game live with you guys. You started Demario Douglas. I'm hoping he has a big day, man. He could. I like the connection that they had last week. If we could get Demario Douglas and Hunter Henry to become fantasy viable the rest of the way, that'd be sick. I'd absolutely love that. Jesse, I've still got Evans a little bit higher than Tank Dell this week. Matt, any pick'ems this morning? I don't specifically have any pick'ems, but I have some players to watch, like some guys that, if you are looking to do some pick'ems, these are some guys that I like. Drake May, 5 of 6 for 46 yards to start. Little dump out there to Ramondre. Oh, makes a move. End zone, baby. Wait, was that Ramondre or was that somebody else? Oh, that was somebody else. It was Jermichael Hasty. Oh, man. Ramondre Stevenson owners feeling it right now. Ugh. Brown or Jacobs this week? Brown who? Why? Brown who? I'm blanking right now. Chase Brown. Okay. My bad. I'm an idiot. I'm probably still going Josh Jacobs. He's going to be safer. Yoyi the Great. Welcome to Hole and Chubb. Thanks for joining the exclusive Headliner Nation this morning. Quick, becoming a member for the second month. McConkey, Shakir, or Kupp for my wide receiver too. Now, for anybody that's watching right now, it sounds like Kupp is not playing today. He is still going to test the ankle pregame, but based on current reports, he's not going to play. He is not going to play. I'm going to go with McConkey here and going to roll with that. Started Douglas over Marvin Harrison. I think it depends. If you're in like a full PPR league, it may not end up being awful. So many commercials. Blair Davis, Moss, Singletary, or Bucky. I'm going to go with Moss there, Blair. E. Penny, I'm going to go with Mixon over Jacobs. Sean got a Fortnite ad. Okay, well, we know what Sean's been watching on YouTube. Sean, excuse me. Devontae Smith or Tank Dell. Devontae Smith is going to have more upside. Tank Dell may be a little bit safer. Brian Robinson is... Oh, that reminds me. Maybe we should talk injuries. Maybe we should talk some injuries here. Dr. Ethan updates. Sunday injury updates. Devontae Adams is going to play today. We already know because the game's on. Travis Etienne is out. Mike Williams is going to play, which doesn't matter. We know that Ramondre Stevenson is already in. Cooper Kupp is a game time decision, but trending towards being out. Aaron Jones sounds like he is going to give it a go today. Brian Robinson Jr. is going to be in today. All the Colts wide receivers are playing. Deontay Johnson's playing. Juju is playing. Zay Jones is going to be active for Arizona this week. Ricky Pearsall is in. And then Dr. Ethan Turner is talking about how he's sick. So I'm going to go ahead and stop there because I don't care. I'm kind of kidding. Chico 410, Mooney, Ayuk, Charbonnet, or Braylon Allen. I'm going to go with Mooney there as the safest bet out of all of them. David, underrated. Welcome to Hole and Chubb. Thanks for joining the exclusive Headliner Nation. Remember, if you become a new member today, in the chat, write new member in all capital letters. Put a little emoji with it or something. If you've got a question, I want to make sure I get it since you're a new member today. Star-Lord, becoming a member for the 4th month. Much love, Headliner. Sup, Kyle? Hope you have a blessed Sunday. Star-Lord, you as well. Hope your fam as well. Star-Lord, I hope your fam as well. See what I did there? Appreciate it. Who do I flex in a full PPR? Wandell, JSN, Juju, or Rashad White? I'm going to go Wandell Robinson there. Jeep and Jazz. No, it sounds like Josh Downs is going to play. David, we are glad to have you here. My voice is already cutting in and out. We know that I had this issue last week. By the end of the stream last week, I was having trouble with the voice. Last week. Going to be the same thing this week. Lots of screaming yesterday. I didn't yell at any coaches this time, but we had our semifinals game for football. How did football go? It went excellent. We ended up winning in overtime. We beat the number 1 seed. We are now headed to our city championship. My son had an absolutely dominating performance. Oh, hold on a second. My dog wants out. Take a look. My son absolutely dominated yesterday. On defense, he had 2 sacks, 2 tackles for losses, 2 more tackles on top of it. He forced a fumble, and then he caught the game-winning touchdown pass in overtime. Like, it was one of those, like, it's one of those games where it's like he just did everything right. So, like, man, absolutely, like, super proud day. I'm proud of him no matter what. He's one of those kids that gives it everything he has every single time. When he makes a mistake, he bounces right back. So I'm super proud of him no matter what. But that's one of those, like, games, like, you'll always remember, especially since we won it, beat the number 1 seed, and now we're going to play for a city championship. So on defense, he plays outside linebacker. And then on offense, he's moved around quite a bit this year. He started at wide receiver, but then we needed help at fullback, so he went to fullback. And then we needed help at offensive tackle, and for the first time ever, he played offensive line in our first playoff game. He was at offense. He started offensive line yesterday, moved back to fullback because our fullback went down with an injury and had to take a few plays off. And then we had to move a couple of things around because another player got hurt that was starting at tight end for us since our normal tight end was not there. So he went out and he played tight end. He was our tight end last season, so he knows how to play tight end. So he went out to tight end, and then that's where he ended up catching the game-winning pass. So it was an awesome day. Again, like it's one of those games you'll just always remember. He reported eligible at tackle. He did not. He did not. Lorenzo Holloway becoming a member for the 14th month. Marvin Harrison or Ladd McConkey. Ladd McConkey might be a little bit safer, but I'm going to go Marvin Harrison still. Captain Cook becoming a member for the 4th month. Tucker Kraft or Cade Otton this week. Tucker Kraft is for sure higher upside. Cade Otton has a little bit of a better floor, though, because of how often he's on the field. I'm probably going to roll with Tucker Kraft still, though. I have to choose between Rashad Bateman or Romeo Doubs. I'll go Rashad Bateman in that matchup. Starlord, my son just turned 12, and he says he wants to do boxing or MMA. Hey, man, like, if that's something he says he wants to do, you know, I'm all for supplying kids with the means to make those decisions for themselves. So, in my opinion, for any parent that has a kid that says that, like, figure out a way for them to try it out and see what they think. My son plays baseball and he plays football. Football-wise, obviously, we just talked about that. Baseball-wise, he plays travel baseball. That's where I'm headed after the game today because we have a doubleheader. It starts at 11. I'm going to be a little bit late for it, but I need to get over there because I help coach. So, you know, I've done the same thing with him. I'm like, hey, we'll try these things, play them. If you don't like him, he's played basketball before. He's come to me. He's like, I don't like basketball. I was like, okay. He wrestled for a year, and he was really, really good. He got moved up in age group because he was so solid. But, like, he hasn't shown any interest in wrestling again, so I haven't pushed that on him. But, yeah, give your kids any means necessary to make those decisions. Koala. Full PPR, J-Mo, Tracy, Bucky, or Shakir in the flex. Give me J-Mo. What up, Robert? What up, Devin? Matthew. Flex, Cooper, Connor, C. Brown, Pittman, or Juju. Chase Brown is going to have the highest upside. Juju may be safest. Oliver, it does sound like Aaron Jones is going to play today. Yes, it sounds like he is. I don't know how much he'll end up playing, but he's supposed to play today. I would probably skip on Amari this week if you have someone like Chase Brown. I would go with Chase Brown instead. Christian Campos becoming a member for 35th month. What up, Christian? Good morning, Kyle. Full PPR, 1 running back, 2 wide receivers, and 1 flex. Hall, Mixon, Flowers, McLaurin, Evans, Ayuk, and Mason. 1 running back, give me Hall. 2 wide receivers, give me... I'm going to go Flowers and McLaurin over Evans here. That scares me a little bit, but I just can't. Oh, man. Flowers and McLaurin have so much upside for me. And then in the flex, I'm going to go Mixon. Mac, welcome to Hull and Chubb. Thanks for joining the exclusive Headliner Nation this morning. Russell, Hill will have more upside. Juju will be safest, though. Devin, if you need upside, it's Scary Terry. Rodgers or Purdy? I'm probably going to go with Purdy there. I like Purdy as a little bit safer floor with about the same type of ceiling as Rodgers. Wendy, Sam Darnold has more upside than Geno this week. Mirinda, I need a tight end for the Sunday. Who should I pick up? Smith with Miami or Sanders with Carolina or Calcaterra with Philly? Who? New England has the ball again. Sanders is probably going to be your safest bet. He had 7 targets last week. Smith is probably going to have your highest upside. Jordan Love or Jalen Hurts? I've got Jalen Hurts higher this week. Was the offsides? That was close. He jumped. I think he jumped a gun there. Yep. Demario Douglas was wide open, too. That would have been a huge play. But Hines Allen jumped off sides and ended up smoking May. We may see Doug Peterson fired by halftime. Man, I like that. Doug Peterson's first season in Jacksonville went so well. It's like, it's hard to try and figure out what happened. Like, how did they get from getting back to the playoffs, Trevor Lawrence looking so good, to being a team that has only 1 win this season? It just doesn't make any sense, like, where things have kind of gone wrong in Jacksonville. Now, one of the problems this season is that their defense is just garbage. Drake May out here running for like 95 yards. Look at him. Pick 3 from Wendy Crush. Mooney, Smith, Evans, Dell, and Adams. Give me Mooney, Evans, and Devontae Smith if you want more upside. Dell if you want to play it safe. Jets defense or Bills defense? You're going to have to give me a minute because I don't have the defensive rankings up. Oh. Man, they're just crashing on the run right now. Okay, who did you ask? Jets or Bills defense? It's going to be the Bills defense. Devin, give me Tutu. David, Terry or Flowers? Why not both? Why not both? Dude, is Hunter Henry fantasy viable? Phantom, I will get back to that question in just a second. Alan, Brian Robinson or Montgomery? Brian Robinson has more upside. I'll go Tyreek over Amari. Loving how many Devons are in the stream right now. Yo-Yi. Half PPR. I need a flex spot. Shakir, Watson, Kraft, or McConkey. Give me some McConkey today. Alan, greetings from Costa Rica. Sermon, Chubb, or Goodson? I'll go Chubb there. Philly or Minnesota defense? I'm going to go with the Philly defense there. Should I pick up Stafford or just play Richardson? I'd probably just go with Richardson. Star-Lord, I'm definitely starting Tank Dell over JSN. As far as Wandell goes, Wandell's going to be safer. Rams or Vikings defense? Just get all of your defensive questions out right now. To be honest with you, I hate answering defensive questions. Let's get them all out right now. Rams or Vikings defense? Where's the Rams? Oh, there they are. It's going to be the Rams defense for me. What changed your mind about Sermon or Chubb from last night? I mean, I'm pretty sure I answered it this way last night. If you want to play it safe, you can go with Sermon. If you want a little bit more upside, then you can go with Chubb. Really, that's kind of a toss-up. It's whether or not you feel like Chubb is actually going to give you any type of true fantasy value today. If you're willing to risk it, I'm willing to go with Chubb. There's not a whole lot of upside in Sermon anyway. Gonna be a good day. Full PPR upside, 2 wide receivers and 1 flex. I'm going to go Mooney and Garrett Wilson for sure, and then we'll flex Wandell. And then I'll go Mark Andrews or Noah Fant. I mean, honestly, flip a coin. If you want to try and go for some touchdown upside, it's Mark Andrews. I mean, you all heard it in the tight end video, right? I said I am willing to get hurt again and go with Hunter Henry this week. I'm here for Hunter Henry tight end 1 season. Absolutely. I love Hunter Henry. Always been a huge fan of Hunter Henry. Matt, I think Ramondre had to go off the field. I haven't seen anything, but I have not seen him in a while. Gibson is back. Oh, he's back out on the field right now. I think maybe they're limiting some of his touches today. Oh, and he gets a good gain there, and they're going to get a holding call. Oh, it was on the defense, but... Well, Hasty saw some touches when Gibson went off the field. I have not seen Hasty since Gibson came back. Jacksonville just keeps jumping off sides. What in the absolute heck are they doing? Jordu. Good morning. Who should I start in a full PPR, Njoku or Kraft? Give me Njoku. And Irving or Mostert? Mostert? Give me Mostert. Should Stevenson owners be scared yet with Gibson? No. I mean, we knew Ramondre Stevenson was not 100% coming into today. We'll see how the rest of the game plays out, but we need positive game script, which we have right now. Star-Lord with a $2 dono. Appreciate you. Do you think Murray will get it together? Like Murray the quarterback? I just think they've had guys in and out. They should be at full health now. The boys, Jameson Williams or JSN. Give me Jameson Williams. Do I start Tracy over Algier, Eckler, or Goodson? I would start him over Goodson. Hanwan, should I trade JMO for Worthy? Hanwan, this is extremely respectful. I'm not trying to be a jerk here. I would like to ask you why you think trading JMO for Xavier Worthy would be a good idea. Just because I'm interested, you brought this trade to me. It sounds like you've been contemplating it. So I'm just interested in hearing from your perspective. Why do you think that would be a good trade? And then I will give you my thoughts on it as well. Trade Amari for Tyreek. I don't hate that. Already know. Welcome to Hole and Chop. Thanks for joining the exclusive Headliner Nation. Geech's Peaches, Amari Cooper or Khalil Shakir? I'll go Khalil Shakir this week. Mostert, Lazard, or Shakir? Okay, upside. Rice broke out last year after the halfway point. So, Hanwan, the Rice breaking out last year after the halfway point makes sense. I get that argument. As far as upside goes, there's not many wide receivers in the NFL right now with as much upside as Jameson Williams. Last I checked, he led the league in yards per reception. He had the most plays of 40 plus yards. And he had oh man, what was it? There was another stat too. I can't remember what it is, but it is definitely J-Mo has just as much upside as any wide receiver in the league right now. So no, J-Mo's getting targets. Xavier Worthy is not. J-Mo is playing in an offense that is producing better right now. Xavier Worthy is not. Xavier Worthy is a rookie. J-Mo is not. So, Matt Wright, J-Mo also has the highest first read percentage against the blitz. Also very good information to know. It means he's the first read target in that offense quite a bit, which I love to see. Stevenson a catch there. He's going to pick up a few yards. Okay. Mason, Pollard, or Hubbard? I probably sit Hubbard there, Hazmat. Jamie, you need 2 wide receivers. I'm going Jefferson and Flowers. 2 running backs. I'm going Brian Robinson and Mixon. And then 1 flex. I would go Jaden Reed at the flex. Stevenson just keeps getting hit before he even gets to the line right now. Nobody's picking up the linebackers. Every play I've seen from Stevenson so far, he's getting hit at or behind the line of scrimmage. Jake or Kyle rest of season? Both. It's the fantasy headliners or no one at all. Oh. Was that to Douglas? May was just off. Kyle, do you ever discuss building parlays? The only thing that we discuss is over on Underdog. Like on the live streams. Oh, who dropped that? Did Douglas drop that, or was that somebody else? Laporta over Kraft for me, and I'm going Pitts over Kraft as well. Goff has more upside than Cousins this week. Already know I have Hall and Hubbard starting, but Cook on the bench. Keep Cook benched. I would play Cook over Hubbard. I would play James Cook over Hubbard. Personally. If it was my team, I would put Cook in. Purple Haze, start 2 running backs, 2 wide receivers, and 2 flex. 2 running backs are going to be Henry and Hall. 2 wide receivers are going to be Jaden Reed and Scary Terry. And then we're going to flex Jamison Williams. Along with, if you want to play it safe, it's Monty. If you want more upside, then you're going to go Mike Evans. Ridley getting moved at the deadline? Possibly. I have no idea. I haven't heard anything like that, so I'm not sure. Yeah, we had some good tickets last week. Or not. Yeah, we had some good choices for tickets last week. E-Man, no Underdog stream today. We have a baseball game today that got moved to 11 instead of 1, so I've got to leave at 11 to get over there. I'm already going to be late. Upside Purdy or Darnold? Give me Darnold. The other player traded Kyron Williams to my opponent, and then he picked up Evan Ingram and traded him to my opponent to get... Yeah, see, that's the thing where a commissioner needs to step in and be like, no, we're not doing that. I'm going Burrow over Darnold still. I'm going Walker over Monty. Traded Brian Thomas Jr. for Laporta. Other receivers are Godwin, McLaurin, Adams, J-Mo, and Pittman. With streaming tight ends, good trade. I don't hate that trade. I think Brian Thomas Jr. has a little bit more value than Sam Laporta right now, but I also don't think that's a bad trade. Well, Keisha, so far, Evan Ingram hasn't done anything. Joseph, yep, I've got Jordan Mason over Hubbard. I'll go Chubb over Sermon if you want more upside. If you want to play it safe, go with Sermon. Anybody asking Chubb questions today has to take responsibility knowing that he may not get a full workload. J-Mo just has a little bit of a better matchup this week. J-Mo has better upside opportunity this week. Yeah, I saw somebody saying that about Kenneth Walker. No, Brooks is not back. It's Envy. Welcome to Hole and Chubb. Thanks for joining the exclusive Headliner Nation this morning. That was a good play design there. Cousins or Kyle? Or is that supposed to be Kyler? I'll go Cousins. Cup is not expected to play. Cup is not expected to play. King Wasabi, I would stash Njoku rest of season. Devin, what's the other teams? We are playing the Patriots next week. I'd probably go Sermon over Algier. Patriots, you can suck it. I will say this about the Patriots. We played the Patriots a couple of weeks ago. We had some injuries. We had some things go wrong. Unfortunately, we lost to them. But they're one of those teams that plays the game the right way. They don't talk. They help you up after they tackle you. Like, they're the type of team that plays the game the right way. So if there's a team that I'm going to play in the finals, that is one of the teams that I would be okay with. Lazard is way more risky right now. Give me Gibbs over Dobbins still. I like Dobbins a lot this week, but I'm not sitting Gibbs. I'll start Jared Goff and Sam Darnold against each other. Keisha, you're a quarterback away from being like a legitimate playoff contender. PFT is unhinged on X right now? Why? What are they doing? Let me go look real quick. Culture unchanged. I don't know what he's doing that's unhinged, but he's clearly in his feelings this morning. Evans, Pollard, J-Mo, and Deontay. Pollard and Evans if you want to play it safe. Pollard and J-Mo if you want the most upside. Yeah, I just expect Gibbs is always going to be utilized, right? We know Detroit's never going to go away from the run. We know that they're always going to... offensively be pushing the ball down the field. We know they're going to get some red zone opportunities. Will Jake take over? No. Jake's Sunday mornings are busy. That's why I'm always here doing this with you guys. Thoughts on Amari Cooper today? I think he's going to get some playing time. I'm not really interested in trying to roll him out just yet because I don't know if he's fully up to speed to the point where he's like good to go. But I don't really want to start him this week. I'd rather wait for this week to get through, him have another week of practice, and then go. Trade Love or Baker? Right now, I would rather trade Love before Baker. Good play by Christian Kirk. I mean, Bigsby's MIA right now just because of the way the game's currently going. Tracy or Hunt? I'm going to go with Hunt. I'll go Tracy over Sermon, though. I'll start Baker over Mahomes. Trade J.K. Dobbins for London. I'm not a big London fan the rest of the season. I'd rather have J.K. unless you're super desperate for wide receivers. If you're desperate for wide receivers, then that's probably not an awful trade value-wise. Oh, there's a good play. There's a good run by Tank, too. Leave him in. Leave him at the goal line. Let Tank. Lane King. What's going on? Welcome to Hole and Chubb. Thanks for joining the exclusive Headliner Nation. Jags going to win the game? All right, they're going to have to play a lot better, especially on defense. Oh, we're going Josh Allen. I've got Cousins as a safer bet over Kyler, but Kyler has more upside. Crusader. Watson or Dobbs sitting Amari Cooper? I probably go with Watson if you want more upside. Pancakes or waffles? It's waffles for me. It's a better delivery of toppings. With these play calls. Well, I think that's part of their issue. Some of these older head coaches, man, like Doug Peterson, Sean Payton is definitely one of them right now. Mike McCarthy, like their offense is just so bland. Brian Thomas Jr. with the touchdown. All right, there we go. He's got touchdown potential every single week. Well, I think this is good for Demario Douglas because now it brings the game back to neutral game script instead of negative. Tropo becoming a member for the 16th month. Need help at quarterback, Kyler Goff or Geno? Goff is going to have the highest upside. Geno is safer today. And one flex from Mason Down, Shakir, and Goodson. It's Mason. Mason might not have the biggest day, but he's going to get touches, and sometimes that's what we need to bank on. Mr. Pancakes Waffles. I have Kareem Hunt. Should I bench Chuba Hubbard or James Cook? If you want to play it safe, it's Chuba and James Cook. If you want to play for more upside, then you put Kareem Hunt over Chuba. Will his game be televised? No. They're younger kids. Oh, man. I would say Downs is a little bit safer than Liggett. Stafford or Anthony Richardson at the Superflex? I mean, Anthony Richardson's going to have more upside, but Stafford's going to be safest. Can you live stream his game? I mean, I can't because I'm coaching. I run the offense for this team, so I'm on the field. I'm on the field doing that. Two running backs and one flex, PPR, Walker, Jacobs, Mason, Chase Brown, Wilson, and Dell. Two running backs. See, there goes my voice again. We're going Walker and Jacobs. One flex. Probably Garrett Wilson there. Eric Munoz in a full PPR, sit one. Jones, Jordan Mason, and Ayuk. If you want to play it safe, you're probably sitting Aaron Jones here just because he has been essentially questionable for the last couple of weeks. If you want more upside, though, then you go with Jones and Ayuk and play them. Mac, you're welcome. Agent B, I don't talk to the umpires. I'm not the head coach for baseball. I'm only an assistant coach for baseball. I don't talk to them. I don't talk to the umpires. I let our head coach take care of that. I don't coach any of the bases. They already had... So we joined this travel organization this fall. Well, technically this summer. We joined them. My son went to tryouts, was offered a spot, accepted it. I offered my help to the coaches. I said, hey, I know you already have a coaching staff. Here's how long I've been coaching for, played college baseball. If you need any help, let me know. I'd be more than willing to help. They came to me a couple of weeks later and asked me to help out. So really for me, I'm there to help out the kids, keep the kids up. I do work with like infielders and outfielders and stuff like that. I just kind of do what they ask me to do right now. I'm not the head coach, and that's fine because I don't have time to be a head coach for a travel baseball team, especially in the fall. Do I think the 49ers defense will do well this week? I don't know if I want to say the 49ers defense will do well or that the Chiefs offense won't do well. But some combination of that is probably going to limit the upside of the Chiefs. How far do I normally have to drive for games? For football, all of our games are within like the city limits. So, well, within our county, I should say. There are a couple of cities that have teams that we have to drive to. I think the longest we've had to drive is 40 minutes. As far as baseball goes, right now we've just been playing fall ball here in town, but when we get to summer leagues, I think we go to Ohio a couple of times. We'll go to Indianapolis a couple of times. So we'll drive a few hours for games. I'll go Addison over Watson. Lane, if I have to sit one, it's going to be Samuels there. Indiana natives rise up. I'm not a native of Indiana. I just reside here. I was born and raised in Michigan. Gino or Rodgers? Gino's going to be safer than Rodgers. Jill, Whittingham, Judy, or Lockett? I'll go Lockett here. Eric, one running back is going to be Dobbins. Your two wide receivers are going to be DK and Debo. And then your flex, if you want the most upside, is Mike Evans. If you want to play it safe, it's Tony Pollard. Oh, a lot of Indiana people in the chat this morning. Geaches is out fishing right now. Just pulled his first one. Hopefully you get a monster at some point today. My son in line to keep the headliner late? Maybe. It depends on what he wants to do. He's still young enough that he's got time. Am I not a big fan of Pollard this week? Oh, no, I like Pollard. I think he's a really solid option. I don't think he has the upside of Evans, but I think he's safe. A troll or a youper? I was born and raised in a city just south of Kalamazoo, Michigan called Three Rivers. Ask Matt to send you a picture of our house. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Tell him he's allowed to. I want to see it now. Stevenson doing nothing. Stevenson is obviously not healthy. Stevenson is obviously not healthy. Jones or Jones? Well, what Jones? I'm going McConkey over Amari. Max Skills, appreciate it. Jared Goff has more upside than Kyler Murray, and then Jamison Williams has more upside than Darnell Mooney, but Mooney is safer. Jones or Debo? What Jones? Aaron Jones? I'm going Debo. Appreciate you, Matt. Give me Cook over Connor. It's a slow morning. These games, these London games, make our live streams on Sunday super, super slow. But that's okay. I don't mind it. Goff over Cousins for me. Phantom, your first signed jersey. Who is it? What signed jersey is it? Devin is a Michigander as well. Ooh, Surtain. Nice. Jaden Daniels over Josh Allen today. It's a Kevin jersey. Oh, Agent B. Kevin's going to live on in infamy. Samuel ZZ, welcome to Holden Chubb. I mean, Brian Thomas Jr. is a guy that I mentioned quite a few times last night for upside, right? Like, if you want upside, it's Brian Thomas Jr. Seth Martin, becoming a member for the second month. Thank you. For step 5, draft the diet version with Jaden Daniels. Has paid off. I need help with the flex. Pick 2, Pickens, Bucky, Braylon Allen, Liggett, and Warren. Give me Pickens and Allen here. Listen, our off-season videos were absolute fire this year. Like, think about some of the calls. My 5 steps to winning your league video had you drafting. My number 2 step was to draft Mike Evans. My number 3 step was to draft David Montgomery. My number 4 step was to draft Jaden Daniels. I told everybody to draft as much Rashee Rice as possible, and that was paying off big time until the injury. Tank Bigsby, ooh, big run there. Who else? I told people to avoid Zamir White. I told people to avoid Rashad White. Derrick Henry. Yeah, we talked about Derrick Henry a lot this offseason, right? Told people over and over and over, if you can get Derrick Henry, you absolutely have to do it. Oh, did he get in? Or was he short? He was short. What up, Jan? Mixon is another guy that we told people to draft a lot of. Tyrone Tracy I had as a sleeper in the draft guide. I have not ate any meat sticks, and I do not have yellow shorts on. Sean, new member, what's going on? Connor or Cook? Give me Cook. Trey McBride or Laporta? Still going to go Trey McBride over Laporta right now. And Bigsby with the touchdown. There we go. Jan, rate my trade. You traded Jamison Williams for Achane. I don't like that one. I wouldn't have done that one. You traded Pickens and Waddle for Neighbors. That one is amazing. That one is amazing. Chris Godwin in the slot, having a good season. Chris Godwin was another one. Matt sent a picture in Discord. Holy cow. Keisha, that is intense. That is crazy. Wow. No kidding. Listen, that's one of those houses that when I was a kid, I'm like, there's no way I'm going up to that house. Kudos to you guys. Jamison Williams is killing it right now. He is... So far this season, he has 9, 11, 3, 2, and 4 targets. He's got 3 touchdowns in 5 games. He's gone over 75 receiving yards in all but 1 game. He is averaging 22.5 yards per reception right now. I mean, Achane could definitely get back on track when Tua comes back, but if you're looking at players based on current value, and I think this is sometimes where we make mistakes in making trades. And we don't always give our players or give our trades the viewpoint of current value. And what I mean by that is you traded Jamison Williams, who has very good value right now, for Devon Achane, who doesn't really have all that much value right now. To me, that's kind of like... You go to the car, you go to a dealership, right? And you want to trade your car in, and you've got like a super nice car that doesn't have a whole lot of miles on it, and you decide to trade that in for a car that you really like it's maybe like it's a sports car, you definitely like it's a dream car of yours, you've always wanted it, but you take a look at it and not in great shape, has a whole lot of miles, but you say to yourself, it may not look great right now, but after I put some work into it, it's going to look spectacular. I don't think you would do that, right? Like when you look at it in that sense, you probably wouldn't do that. And that's kind of how I look at making trades. And that's my Fantasy Football 101 lesson of the day. Now, it absolutely can end up working out just fine for you. I'm not saying it's an awful trade. I'm just saying it's one that I probably wouldn't done as of right now, or I would have probably tried to get a little bit more back for it. Algier over Bucky Irving. Give me some Algier today. Neighbors trade absolutely makes up for it. That's a heck of a trade. If you take a look at the two trades together, that's a super solid overall deal. If you separate the two trades, that's where I'm like, I'm not a huge fan of Jamison Williams, but I love Malik Neighbors. That is where that sounds a lot better. I'm not interested in picking up Likely, to be honest with you. Drop White and add Bigsby. If you have ETN, you absolutely have to have Bigsby. I have not heard anything on Kenneth Walker. Let me take a look. I don't see any updates on Kenneth Walker as of right now. That could change, but as of right now, I do not see any. Ben R. Pick 2 in a PPR. JSN, Wandell, Pittman, and Juju. Give me Wandell and Juju. Pick 3 in a PPR. Jamison Williams, Downs, Juju, Mike Evans, Harrison, Pickens, and Chubb. Give me Jamison Williams, give me Mike Evans, and give me Harrison. Isaiah becoming a member for the 5th month. Also, Ben, appreciate you being a member for 25 months. Hey, Kyle, almost every day I try and tell the Discord how great Jalen Wright is, but a lot of people don't want to believe me. Can you help a brother out? I mean, we talked about Jalen. Jalen Wright was my RB1 in the draft process. So I've been trying to tell Headliner Nation for a while how much we like him. And then Jalen Wright was like a sleeper for us this offseason as well. I like Jalen Wright. He's just caught right now. He's just kind of caught right now in a situation where he's got 2 running backs above him, but both of them are kind of injury prone. And the offense just hasn't been good because their quarterback is hurt. So... oh, man, my body hurts so bad, dude. Oh, there we go. Ooh, a punt return TD. I'm not there yet. I'm behind. He gone. Yeah, that's right. We've got NFL Plus, so I just watch it through that. Mike Williams anytime touchdown. Is that one of those bets where if you put $1 on it, you win like $10,000? Disabled Danny celebrating 1 month with us. Just wanted to say hi and that I had a brain tumor the same season I won my league. I don't really have fantasy questions. I'm 5-1 in my league. Well, Disabled Danny, hopefully everything is good with that now and that you're no longer suffering from that. And if so, congratulations on defeating that. Hopefully that continues to stay there. Thank you for being a member and being a part of the nation. Stafford is going to be a little bit safer than Anthony Richardson. Star-Lord did call it about 20 minutes ago that Jacksonville was going to come back and win this game. Robert, Debo is going to be safer. Jameson Williams is going to have the most upside. Downs, Harrison, or Ayuk? Give me Harrison. No, Jill, take Cup out. They said earlier that it doesn't look like he's going to play. Achan if you want the most upside. Mason if you want to play it safe there, though. Travis, I'm going to go Josh Jacobs over Kareem Hunt. Hoosier. Become a member for the 11th month. I'm probably overthinking this, but trying to fill 2 RBs, 1 wide receiver, 2 flex. Gibbs, Najee, Aaron Jones, and Goodson. 2 running backs. Give me Gibbs for sure, and probably Najee to go with it. And then Brian Thomas Jr. with a 2-point conversion. One wide receiver, it's A.J. Brown. 2 flex, Garrett Wilson is going to be 1. Give me, if you want to risk it for upside, you could go with Aaron Jones. I don't really love the play, though. I probably lean towards, I'd probably risk it with Worthy instead. Danny, well, at least you're here with us today, man, and I salute you for your strength in fighting that. Does a 2-point conversion not count? It should. Brian Robinson Jr. over Dell. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm probably going to get out of here in a couple of minutes. If you want to get a few more questions in, do it right now. I got to try and get to our game that starts at 11. I know I'm already going to be behind, but I don't want to miss too much of it. Brad, full PBR, I have ETN, Hunt, Mostert, Connor, Stevenson, White. ETN, Hunt, Mostert, Connor, Stevenson, White. Yeah. My hope, Brad, is that Pickens maybe has a big game or two with Russell Wilson, and then I trade him. Sean, welcome to Hole and Chubb. Thanks for joining the exclusive Headliner Nation. John, no Pick'em video this week. Yeah, it's just not something that we were able to pull off today, unfortunately. Geaches appreciate it. Most likely to score today. Hold on. Most likely to score. Tanks Bigsby was on that list. He already scored. I would say David Njoku, Kyron Williams, Brian Robinson, either Evans or Chris Godwin, Zay Flowers. I would say all of them are really good shots. I would trade, Zay. I don't want to trade Evans or Zay. I would trade Evans right now for Kyron, though. Zay's just seeing so many freaking targets. And he doesn't really have anybody to compete with the way Evans has Godwin to compete with. Dell, Wilson, or Reed. I'll go Reed here. I got McConkey over Addison today. Zay Jones, I'm not really leaning towards Zay Jones right now. We'll have to wait and see how that plays out. Jan, I'll risk it with Bateman out of that group. I'll go Mooney in the flex, Daniel. Jamie, I'm going to go with Dell there. Samuel, Stafford is safer. Anthony Richardson has more upside. Mr. Pancakes Waffles, I'm keeping it the way it is right there. I'm going to finish watching this half with you guys, and then I'm going to have to get on out of here. Jan, appreciate you. Thanks for being here and being a member. Waddle over Pickens in a full PPR. I'm okay if you want to play it safe. If you need more upside, then I would still go Pickens there. Waffles or French toast? Still waffles for me. Jones, Jacob, or McBride for the flex. If that's Josh Jacobs maybe has a little bit safer floor than Trey McBride, but Trey McBride has higher upside. I'm going Purdy over Murray. Wilson, Dell, or Addison. I've got Wilson a little bit higher. Drop Kraft from a Njoku or Ertz. I would rather have Njoku rest of season. Pho or ramen? I have never had, like, good pho or ramen. I don't have any restaurants like that around me. I've always wanted to try it. I think that would be, I don't know. I can't. Tell people I'm 40 today or lie about my age from now on. Hoosier, listen, I'm not lying about my age. You see all that gray there? Listen, if they don't like a little salt and pepper, then they ain't for me anyway. I don't care. Come to Cali, they're everywhere. That makes sense. Give me Eckler there, Devin. Curry or Luka? I think you got to take Luka right now, man. And I don't watch basketball. Wilson or Devontae Smith? Give me Devontae Smith for more upside over Wilson if you need that. Goff has a little bit more upside than Purdy today. Purdy is safer. Ladies and gentlemen, that's the end of the first half, and that is my time. I've got a baseball game that I've got to get to. If you're just joining us, my apologies. Our games were supposed to be at 1 today. They got moved. They're at 11 now. I'm already going to be late getting there, but we had to do the morning live stream with you all, so I appreciate y'all not giving me too much flack for not being here all morning long. But we've got baseball to go coach. So I got to get there. I got to go watch my son and be there with him. Appreciate y'all being here this morning. Good luck with all of your games today. And I'll catch you all on the next video, which will be Tuesday. Later, everybody.